In this 6-step process, you can effectively influence your reality and become whoever it is you want to be, whatever it is you want to manifest into your reality. Quazi here, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can reprogram yourself to create and experience whatever reality that you want. Now, before beginning this video, let's get into an understanding of the process that you actually use, either consciously or subconsciously or unconsciously, to create your reality, and what process is being used right now at default. So basically what's happening right now is that there are two kinds of thoughts that you're having. There is an incoming thought and an outgoing thought. Only human beings are consciously able to influence their thoughts and their outgoing thoughts. So now let's start off with an incoming thought that you get from your environment. So incoming thoughts are basically thoughts that you're getting from your environment. It's basically just feedback. And it's just data in versus data out. So let's start with an incoming thought. Let's say you get this thought of, I'm not good enough, okay? So let's say, you're working in a certain profession, and let's say you're a professional hockey player. And now your thought comes that I'm not good enough. So at this thought level, this is what's happening. Thought level, your thought is, I'm not good enough. Incoming thought, I'm not good enough. And then this thought, you attach an emotion to it. You say, oh, I don't like this emotion. I don't like being not good enough. And then you keep having this thought, and this cycle keeps continuing of the thought, and then you reacting to the thought saying, I'm not good enough, oh no, I'm not going to be a professional hockey player. So then this cycle keeps going on and on until this emotion eventually becomes a belief here. So I don't know if you can see that. So then when this cycle goes on for long enough, this eventually becomes your belief. And you start to believe that you're actually not good enough. You're like, oh no, I might not actually be good enough. And once you start to believe this, what happens is you start to program your RAS, what is known as your reticular activation system. And it's a point located in your brain consisting of neurons. And this basically starts to get ingrained in your RAS when you start to believe it. And then once your RAS is programmed with the belief of, I'm not good enough, then you start to look for proof in your reality that you're actually not good enough. So now you're going to look for proof where you're like, oh, I'm not a good enough hockey player. Let's see, your brain, your RAS gets completely programmed to start looking for proof of this. So now you're going to be like, oh no, I'm not good enough. Let's see where I'm not good enough. See, I failed. I couldn't get that puck in. I fell on my skates or something. I don't really know how hockey works. I don't know why I chose that as an example. But then you find proof that, I'm actually not good enough. And then once you find proof, you confirm it, and then this becomes your new reality. So now your new reality is that you're actually not good enough. So now, in this effective manner, you've entered a new reality where you're actually a bad hockey player. You might have gone from a world-class hockey player, but now that you've completed this whole cycle, you're now the worst hockey player in the world. And this is how you can influence your own beliefs. So why this is powerful is because once you start understanding this process, then you can intercept yourself at this stage. Once you intercept yourself at the thought level and you start to let go of these incoming thoughts that don't serve you. Now there are limiting beliefs and then there are self-empowering beliefs. Whichever you choose is the one you can influence your reality through this very cycle. Now let's say you want to ingrain a new belief within yourself, right? Let's say you want to become a more attractive person. Now you get this thought of, I want to become an attractive person. So you write down your affirmation of, I'm an attractive person. That's your thought. Now you say, wow, I like being an attractive person. That's good. I like the attractive version of Quazi. That's very good. He will get all the girls he wants. And people will envy him, blah, 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 admire him. So I like that. And now, this slowly, as you keep attaching emotion to it over time, this becomes a belief. So now your new belief is, wow, I'm an attractive person. So this belief isn't strengthened yet, but now this belief is going to become a core belief once it's been confirmed. So now your RAS starts to prime itself to look for proof in your reality. So now you have to override this whole process and do it yourself because you're going to get feedback from your reality and start to fall back into your old patterns. So this whole process you have to do yourself. Whereas with incoming thoughts, it happens almost naturally. Incoming thoughts, it happens on autopilot. With outgoing thoughts, the thoughts you want to send out to the universe, which is more source-aligned, more powerful thoughts, you influence yourself. So this whole cycle, you have to do it yourself. Thought, I'm attractive. Emotion, I like being attractive. Belief, I'm actually attractive. And then your RAS gets programmed to look for this in reality. And then once that happens, you start to look for proof to confirm it. So you have to override yourself until this point when you start to look for proof. And once you find proof that you're attractive, you're like, oh my God, that girl was totally staring at me. I'm actually attractive. Wow. Once you do that, this becomes your new reality. You've just entered a new reality where you're attractive. And once you keep doing this cycle long enough, this will become much more strengthened and this will become autopilot. So after a certain point, you'll be like, what the hell? I'm actually an attractive person, but like 2 months ago, I wasn't. This is so weird. This is exactly the process that you follow in order to do that. And I've probably done this with a lot of things in my life, maybe unconsciously, but mostly consciously once I started learning about the concept of the RAS, which is the reticular activating system. It's located at some point in your brain, and it basically focuses on whatever you prime it with. If you prime it with, look for versions of Quazi that's attractive. Look for proof in reality that Quazi is attractive. Then it scans reality. It's like, wait a second, where is proof? Where is proof? Because you will only find what you're looking for. And that's basically the law of attraction. Whatever you're looking for, you will find. Now, the events in reality, they have no basis. They're all neutral. These are all neutral events made to achieve balance. There is no good or bad thing. Like if one of your family members dies, it's not a good or bad thing. It's just nature coming into balance. It was their time to go. But you, because you have a certain attachment to it, you now have your own opinions and your own beliefs, and you can apply your own charge to it. So you can apply your own emotion to it, whether you like it or not. And based on that, you create the belief. And then you subsequently enter your new reality just by doing this whole process. So now I ask you to do this consciously, this whole process consciously, because when you're sending an outgoing thought into the universe, this is exactly what's going to happen. You have to do this whole process consciously until it's become a part of your new being. Because whenever you try to enter a new reality, your old reality will come back to haunt you. It'll be like, no, don't leave me, don't let go of me, don't let go, don't let go. It's going to try to hang on and clasp onto you. And that's why most people are they just succumb to their old habits and their old patterns because they're not living a conscious life and they're not consciously choosing what they want to do. Like, stop and think about this for a second. If you were to try to get rid of an old habit, if you were fully conscious all the time, would you consciously choose to do that old habit? Would you consciously choose to smoke cigarettes if you're fully conscious? I think not. I think you would interrupt and intercept yourself at that level where you're about to take that cigarette and smoke it. You'd say, oh, I'm conscious now, not going to smoke it. And then you don't smoke it. So this is basically the way in which you can influence your reality. So always remember the steps. There's a thought, there's an emotion, then the cycle of this, the repetition of this creates a belief, but this belief isn't strengthened because the reality hasn't been entered. And now what you want to do is this belief primes your RAS and you want to start looking for confirmation in your reality for this belief that you want to basically make a self-empowering belief, not a limiting belief. So now you start to look for proof and confirmation in your reality, and then once you find confirmation, you tie it back into your original thought and your original belief, and then this becomes a new reality. In this 6-step process, you can effectively influence your reality and become whoever it is you want to be, whatever it is you want to manifest into your reality. And this is a very powerful process, so I encourage you to try it out now, starting today. Just pick one new thought and one new belief that you would like to establish and start to basically play around with it, attach emotions to it until it becomes a belief, and then start to look for proof of it immediately. And once you start to look for proof of it, you can assure that it's game over, because this will become your new reality. So with that, I hope this video helped, and now I hope you know a little bit more on how to reprogram yourself to achieve whatever it is you want in life. And it's my sincere hope that this kind of stuff benefits you. So leave me a comment in the comment section below if this helped. And also, please share it with a friend if this video benefited you, so it may benefit them as well. Also, I'm growing a massive Facebook group where I'll be sharing all of this kind of stuff. And also, we have really, really great members there who are sharing their own lives and their own practices and what's helped them, and also asking really good questions. So if you want to be a part of that, click on the link in the description below, and I hope I see you there. Also, I'm excited to announce that the Reality Mastery Program is open for enrollment. And what the Reality Mastery Program is basically focused on the most powerful paradigm of manifestation, which is the paradigm of becoming and being. Most people are focused on what they can have and what they can take and what they can do, but not on who they can be in order to get that. Because once you be, then the do and then the have all fall into place almost automatically. So just focus on being, and all of those things will come into play on their own. And everything that I've manifested in my personal life was a direct result of becoming and being the Quazi that gets that thing. Whether it be my girlfriend, my dream partner, becoming the attractive version of myself helped me get that. Whether it be my dream job or doing what I love every single day, becoming the Quazi that does that, becoming the Quazi that gets a 4.0 GPA. All of these things were attracted into my life as a direct result of being. So I want you to experience this powerful paradigm of manifestation as well. If you would like, you can schedule a free consult, which I'm still holding right now. Click on the link below to sign up for the free consult. And it's basically 45 minutes to an hour long, where we will be diagnosing your current law of attraction practices and seeing how you can implement identity shifting and to see whether or not you're right fit for the program. So if you're interested and you would really like to make a change in your life, click on the link in the description below. And I hope I see you at the free consult. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Peace.